What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Force here with some very special SC2 commentary for you today. Why is it so special? This series is coming from the finals of the first ever Force Invitational. The Force Invitational is a 16-player 1v1 tournament that should be happening about 3 or 4 times a month. This is being hosted and organized by the Force Professional Team Leader, FSG Chosen. For more information on the tournament, be sure to take a look at the video description below. I'll be sure to provide you with links and all sorts of stuff, but let's jump into the game. Our two players are going to be NMX Masa and NMX hendralsk. I think I'm going to say hendralsk. That sounds better to me. Let's get some player information here. hendralsk, our teal Zerg player spawning down in the 6 o'clock spawn location, is currently the number 27 ranked Grandmaster on the US ladder with 169 wins and 79 losses, giving him a 68.15% win ratio. His opponent Masa, our blue Terran player spawning here in the 9 o'clock spawn location, is currently the rank number 4 Grandmaster on the US ladder with 217 wins and 60 losses, giving him a 78.34% win ratio. Those are our players. Once again, this is from the finals of the first ever Force Invitational. I want to let you guys know that this whole Invitational tournament thingy is in its infancy. We are just getting our feet wet and getting started with this. I'm really excited for the potential future growth of it, and please do look up the Invitational, get some more information on it. Again, links available below. Should be able to direct you to where you need to go, and yeah, there you go. Let's take a look at the game though. Masa opening up with that standard 10 depot, 12 racks, and 13 refinery, getting his gas early on. We'll have to see what he does decide to do with that. Here comes the Orbital Command and First Marine as well. Over here for a hendralsk, has decided to go hatch first. A spawning pool now coming on through as well. You can see the hatchery is about 50% of the way finished. And we'll keep an eye as to when he decides to go for that extractor timing. Now, take a look at the Overlord, still kind of chilling out here, and Masa's just about to get that first Marine out. He could definitely do a bit of damage and possibly even drop that Overlord. It looks like he is deciding, however, to take that first Marine and move out towards hendralsk's base and do a bit of damage. I really feel like it might be pronounced hendralsk, but hendralsk, it just sounds better, so I'm going to keep doing that. First Marine making its way across the map, and hendralsk will have to deal with this pressure. We'll see what he does decide to do. As soon as that spawning pool does finish, should be seeing at least 2 to 4 Zerglings come out. We have that first Queen in production, second Queen in production as well, and here comes the Marine. 2 Lings now in production here for hendralsk. We'll be grabbing the extractor here at the natural as a way of saving his drones from getting dropped by this early game Marine pressure. Let's see if he's going to save this one as well. Manages to pull away, and it looks like the Marine here of Masa, we also have a Marine in the center of the map, are both deciding to head on back as he knows those first few Zerglings are about to pop, and there we go, 2 Zerglings now heading out. Masa doesn't want to risk losing his Marines here, deciding to head on back home. Back at home, Masa is coming out with the double Hellions here as he's finished building that reactor on the racks. He'll be lifting it off, going for that hot swap, and here we go with the double Hellions, also an expansion coming out for Masa. Now with these Hellions, Masa will be able to get that early game map control, securing the towers and preventing much scouting from hendralsk from going through. And that's a real great advantage of opening up with those Hellions, is that early game map control and the prevention of scouting. However, the Ling's able to move on forward and scout out Masa's expansion. So now hendralsk does know for a fact that Masa is going for that quick expand build. Here come those first 2 Hellions, trying to prevent any creep tumor spread from moving out any further, and again, also trying to deny any further scouting. The one problem on this map, though, is that you do have to watch this area and over here, and it looks like the Hellions moving straight in for some resource harass, and this could be a major problem. Gets a full surround with a drone. 3 workers killed so far. This Hellion's still dancing around. Let's see if he's going to get any more kills. There was a heavy droning up here from hendralsk, and no Zerglings to speak of right now to help assist with this. It's all coming down to the Queen, and this is some hefty losses. hendralsk droning up a bit too hard and not being prepared at all for the Hellion harass. 11 workers killed so far. Masa just continues to stream in these Hellions, doing more and more damage. This is a huge issue here for hendralsk. He is now very, very far behind. We can see that Roach Warren coming through, but still no Zerglings in production. Apparently he's confident defending with these few Queens here, but I don't know why, because he's I don't know why he's so confident, because he has taken some pretty major losses. Masa back over here is making a transition right now. Stim pack coming out as well as the Marauder, so we will be seeing a follow-up of a Marauder Hellion push. Why is this so effective? Well, this Roach Warren right here from hendralsk obviously implies Roaches. Switching up to Marauders are going to do very well against those early game Roaches, and this will allow him to continue up this pressure and be very aggressive, and I believe hendralsk is going to have a major issue with this. I don't know what he's going to do here. 4 Hellions continuing to dance around, and Masa now moving back into the resource line, and what the heck is hendralsk doing this game? Still just droning up and taking heavy losses. 27 workers killed. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. We got some Marauders chilling out over here. Evolution Chamber. Not that that's helping him too much as he continues to lose terrible amounts of drones, and you have got to be kidding me. Masa laying the smackdown. Clearly going to be victorious this game with 44 workers killed at 8 minutes game time. Got an SCV moving down just for the heck of it. This is just unreal. I do not know why hendralsk has still not built. Okay, there you go. Finally built some Zerglings. That's great. I mean, he did not have that metabolic boost, so maybe he felt that Speedlings weren't going to help him at all. But where are the Roaches, my friend? Well, one thing to keep in mind is that his economy is shot, and that certainly doesn't help in the Roach production as he took such hefty losses from those Hellions. This was just a horrible performance here from hendralsk. I am really not impressed at all. Very, very unfortunate, to be quite honest with you. Masa's moving out with a counterattack, with a follow-up aggression is what I mean to say. 28 army supplies opposed to the 15 here of hendralsk. We do finally have a few Roaches, but hendralsk with his economy being in the dumps here, really I don't see him being able to defend against this, and spotting the forces. Oh, snap. hendralsk asked us not to cast that. Well, I'm sorry, this is the finals, so we are certainly going to cast that. Very unfortunate there for hendralsk. I am not sure what was going through his mind. Now, he didn't have metabolic boost, so his assumption, of course, was the fact that regular Zerglings aren't going to be very beneficial against those Hellions, but you know what? It's better than nothing. And then since he took such hefty economic losses, he couldn't really afford a lot of Roaches, and that's really what it came down to. So Masa cleaning house in game number 1. We'll be moving on to game 2 in just one moment. All right, my friends, game number 1 going to Masa as hendralsk really drops the ball and not having any proper defense against these early game Hellions. Masa was able to do tremendous amounts of damage early on and really just set hendralsk too far behind to have a chance of recovering. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was game 1. We'll be moving on to game 2 in just a moment, which is hopefully going to be a much better and more enjoyable and entertaining game to watch. Fingers crossed. Stay tuned. Game 2 coming right up.